In the high-stakes boardrooms of Silicon Valley, a silent war is being fought. And unless you're paying close attention to the data, you've completely missed it. For the past few years, the tech world has been obsessed with one single narrative: that Apple lost the artificial intelligence race, that they were too late, too slow, and completely outmatched by aggressive rivals like OpenAI, Microsoft, and Google. But while the public and the media were busy celebrating Apple's apparent downfall, Apple's leadership was quietly executing a masterclass in corporate warfare. A strategy so calculated, it doesn't just aim to compete, it aims to completely starve the competition. Today, we decode the hidden blueprint of how Apple is preparing to destroy its biggest rivals without firing a single shot. To understand this geopolitical chess game, we have to look at the one physical resource that every single AI company is desperate for: advanced semiconductor chips. Without these microscopic processors, the most sophisticated AI models are nothing more than useless lines of code. While tech giants were scrambling to buy graphic cards from NVIDIA, Apple did something unprecedented. They leveraged their massive cash reserves to quietly buy up nearly 100% of TSMC's most advanced 3-nanometer manufacturing capacity. By securing this exclusive monopoly, Apple essentially built a physical fortress around the hardware market. They didn't need to build a better software overnight. They simply starved their rivals of the raw physical power needed to mass-produce next-generation consumer hardware. It's a multi-billion-dollar chokehold on the entire tech supply chain. But hardware is only the first layer of the blueprint. The second weapon Apple is deploying is something they've been practicing for years: the weaponization of user privacy. Traditional AI models require immense amounts of data sent to massive cloud servers. It's expensive, it's slow, and most importantly, it creates massive privacy liabilities. Companies like OpenAI and Google constantly face scrutiny over how they handle user data. Apple saw this vulnerability and set a brilliant trap. By shifting the focus to on-device AI through their specialized neural engine chips, Apple is telling consumers that their data never leaves their pocket. This instantly positions their competitors as invasive data harvesting machines, while Apple claims the moral high ground. In the US market, where data privacy concerns are at an all-time high, this psychological pivot is lethal. Every Silicon Valley startup shares the same nightmare: distribution. You can build the most revolutionary AI software in the world, but if you can't get it into the hands of ordinary users, your company will bleed money and die. This is where Apple's true monopoly lies: the ecosystem. There are currently over 2 billion active Apple devices worldwide. When Apple integrates its proprietary AI features directly into the operating system, it instantly updates 2 billion entry points. An average user will no longer have an incentive to download a separate subscription app like ChatGPT or a third-party assistant when their iPhone already performs those actions natively, seamlessly, and for free. Apple doesn't need to win the app war. They own the digital soil the apps are trying to grow on. Let's look at the cold, hard numbers. The area where this blueprint turns into an absolute bloodbath. Running massive AI data centers costs billions of dollars in electricity, cooling, and maintenance. Companies like OpenAI are burning through billions of dollars in venture capital just to keep their servers online. They are playing a game of survival, hoping to monetize before the cash runs out. But Apple sits on a cash mountain of over $160 billion. They don't need their AI division to be profitable today, next month, or even next year. Apple can afford to play the long game. They can subsidize their AI infrastructure through iPhone sales, waiting patiently while high-burn rate startups slowly deplete their funding. By the time the dust settles, Apple's rivals will either have to raise prices, alienating their users, or sell their tech to the highest bidder. The tech media wanted a flashy explosion. They wanted Apple to launch a giant, loud AI product to prove they were still relevant. But true corporate giants don't play by the media's rules. By monopolizing the physical hardware, weaponizing user privacy, utilizing an unbeatable distribution ecosystem, and leveraging an unmatched cash reserve, Apple has laid out a flawless blueprint. They aren't just competing in the AI race, they are restructuring the entire track so that everyone else eventually runs out of air. The war for the future of technology isn't over. In fact, it's already been won. You just haven't seen the final checkmate yet. Thanks for watching. If you want to understand the hidden mechanics behind